So I think that it's time for you to hear some tips, some quick tips, but some quality tips on what it takes to make a relationship successful. The first thing that you need to make a relationship successful and to improve it is to talk at the appropriate time. Contrary to popular opinion, there are times when you should talk, times when you shouldn't talk. Times when you should say things, times when you shouldn't say things. I mean, come on, let's be real about this thing. Just because it's important to you doesn't mean it's important. Just because you need to say it doesn't mean it's the appropriate or the right time to say it. For example, you do not talk to a man when he has the remote control in his hand. You don't talk to him. He's watching basketball. He's watching football. He's watching baseball. It's the playoff. He's got the remote control in his hands. You do not talk to a man when he has the remote control in his hand. But wait a minute. Let's flip the script. When it comes to a woman, you don't talk to her when she's watching Atlanta Housewives, when she's watching a show that's important to her. You don't talk to her. And she, listen, can't no one give you a look like a woman when you're trying to talk to her and her show is on. Not smart, not something good to do. So what am I saying? Learn to talk in the context of a relationship at the appropriate time. When's a good time for her? When's a good time for you? When's a good time for both of you? But whatever you do, know when to talk, know when to share, and when not to. A second thing that I think would improve your relationship is to tell each other what you are truly feeling. One of the things that can really damage your relationship is you're holding it in. Have you ever saw a volcano? Have you ever saw a real storm coming through a town? It's on the news all the time. Well, when you're holding stuff in, you're talking about a volcanic eruption. You need to learn in the context of a relationship how to share, how to talk, how to communicate, how to tell one another what you're really feeling, what you're really thinking. But watch this. You don't say it in a way that's in anger and trying to get stuff off your chest. You know, I'm really sick of you because every time I turn around, you do this, you do that, you leave this, you leave that. That's not really going to make things work. That's not going to improve things. So if you're doing it in anger, if you're doing it spitefully, if you're doing it just because, I want you to hear that it's not going to help improve the relationship. Share what you need to share. Share it in love, and share it because you care, not because they're just getting on your daggone nerve. A third thing that you want to think about to improve your relationship is take your time. Take your time. Love is not meant to be rushed. Good loving is not meant to be rushed. If you're going to love somebody, like really love somebody, you got to learn to take your time. You know, I remember one time there was a song that was out, and the song was something like, take it slow, oh, 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 oh. Take it slow. Don't rush. Don't be in a hurry. Take it slow. A fourth thing that you want to consider when it comes to a relationship and improving it is tackle temptation. That's right, I said it. You heard me say it. Temptation will wear your relationship out. It will kill your relationship. It can destroy your relationship. Listen, I don't care how fine she is, how good she looks. I don't care how many muscles the brother got on his shoulders or anywhere else. You got to count the cost of temptation. And temptation is not worth losing the one that you're with, that you really love and that really loves you, that you really care about and that really cares about you. You need to tackle temptation, tackle it head on, and don't be afraid to go there, to get there and to say what you need to say to whomever you need to say it to, simply because temptation is a marriage destroyer. Temptation is a relationship killer, and you don't want that to happen. The last thing, and the fifth thing that I want to tell you about improving your relationship: tickle each other where it counts. Where it counts, tickle each other. Find the laughter, find the fun, find the good time. Make the fun happen, make the good time happen. But whatever you do, don't be dry, dull, boring. No, you gotta get a tickle. You gotta get a love tickle. You gotta get a fun tickle. You gotta get a bedroom tickle. You gotta get it in the car tickle. You gotta get it on the phone, on the job, on your break, on your lunch tickle. But that tickling will make things work in that relationship. And literally, tickle. But what's the tickle? It's whatever works for your relationship. It cracks me up. It bags me up when you got any and everybody trying to tell any and everybody what to do for their relationship. At the end of the day, what you need to do for your relationship is what you need to do for your relationship. I'm DV Freeman. That's who I am. Talking about relationship stuff, that's what I do. And you need to be sure, and I'm saying be sure to really check me out, not just one Tuesday, a couple Tuesdays, every Tuesday morning on the Divine Voice at iRadio Now, iHeartRadio, and even Tune In. Where? WWE 1100 Atlanta. And listen, if you really want to keep this relationship working and going and happening and jumping, and listen, let me throw this word in. You want to make your relationship juicy, really juicy, juicy like no other relationship you've ever been in, then do this. Do this. On Tuesdays, 7:50 a.m., you want to keep it steaming with DV Freeman. Let's do this. We can make it happen.
You're now rocking with the best.